Hi, this is Sarah from sarayip.com, Facebook, The Numbers Queen, and Instagram, sarayip1111, with your September 2024 forecast. Comment 888 boss for luck. I try to reply to as many people as I can. So, after August's quiet inner winds, we have a month of expansion and financial healing. This is a video with some extra tips for you. So, as a lot of you know, we're in an 8 universal year. What goes around comes around. It's the 8th year of a 9-year cycle. So, this is all about sort of breaking intergenerational, even inter-lifetime patterns. It's the ninth month of the year, so 8 plus 9 is 17, which is an 8. So double 8 energy in numerology, super lucky in Asia as well. So it's big, it's intense, and I'm sure you're feeling it. Spiritually speaking, this is a time to ditch unhealthy contracts. So, throughout last month, especially with the Mercury retrograde, you may have realized where you're leaking energy or you're not feeling clear, perhaps because of some mixed intentions of those around you. This is a time to basically sort that out. It's also about reconnecting with your holy creative nature. It's very much about the big picture. Be kind, whatever you choose to do, because eventually everything connects, as that beautiful quote goes by Charles Eames. In terms of relationships, 8 is about forever love. Words like commitment and happiness add to 8 in numerology. Do you have a loved one in spirit? Is it someone that you really miss or who often comes to mind? Why not talk to them out loud? Why not pray to them, meditate with them, ask them for some signs? You might find you start receiving feathers, repeated numbers, songs, all kinds of things can turn up. And these helpers, they can help you to find new soulmates, new tribe. Just ask and just remember that it's a pleasure to give and receive with the universe. Spirit needs us to create that harmony on earth, and we need them, I suppose, so we don't keep repeating the same mistakes. In terms of work and career, study those who've reached your dream destination and connect or even carpool with them. When I was starting this recording, I heard a strong voice, I suppose, saying, if at first you don't succeed, ask for help from someone who's failed a lot and found a way. It's like they talk about just trying again. I don't know if I totally agree with that. I actually wonder if that's a bit of a recipe for exhaustion. Because honestly, most of the problems you're facing have been solved before. And that is, of course, the best thing about Google. But maybe you have some people in your life who are kind of like your human Googles. And it's time to talk to them right now. A lot of us have some pretty big mysteries we're wanting to solve about our lives. Look, everyone, loves to teach in their own special ways. So set aside your need to be different or to do it on your own and take all the credit. This is really a time to collaborate. So in tarot, we've got, the card for the year is this beautiful strength card. This is the Paulina Tarot deck. She's got her hand in the lion's mouth. She's facing her biggest fears, and she's hoping to find the part of herself that is super brave and extremely free. We've got Star card for this month, one of my favorites. And you can see she's pouring out the water, knowing that it will come back to her because she's part of a very loving cycle. And so these cards are fantastic for comebacks, recognition, universal high fives. So just be open for the celebrations. Some cosmically inspired thoughts for all of you. Every part of us was created in a star long before Earth was here. Our nature is eternal light. Stars are self-illuminating. They create their own energy through nuclear fusion. There's so much that we can achieve if we just allow ourselves a little more permission, a little more curiosity. The universe is infinitely big with no edge. For me, this is like a metaphor, to keep exploring joy instead of chasing goals or sort of hoping to get to a certain point, because there's no medals for that. There's no medals for burnout. And sometimes, how do I put this? It's like when we've left high school, we're still looking for someone to say you've passed or you're ready for the next stage. And that's actually one of the reasons I really encourage you to have mentors in life, and also to have that internal knowing, which we call intuition, your inner teacher. so that you in some ways take yourself up a level when you need to, rather than, I suppose, just waiting and waiting and waiting. Another little fun fact: one galactic year is 230 million Earth years. Time is relative. I had to go to a hospital recently and everything is fine. But I learned a lot. And, I guess what you learn in a hospital, you see things like birth is so slow, death is so fast. There's a point when I was there where I was face to face with the row of oxygen masks, the little ones for the babies, the big ones for the adults. And it was very profound. It's a very supportive place. I actually found it was quite healing to be there. At the same time, I suppose you don't want to be there, but it was nice that the people were making an effort to kind of have compassion and deal with people as individuals and not just numbers. So, who's in the spotlight in September 2024? Those with 8 life paths, really strong 8s in their numerology, for example, in their name, or lots of them in their dates of birth. Also, people who see 888, 808, all those codes. Just to let you know, there's often a lot of overlap between the numbers you see and what's in your numerology. For example, an 8 life path is much more likely to see 888 as a spiritual reminder to look into their soul contracts, for example. So these people are very much in demand all of this year, and especially in September. Good luck catching them this month. Maybe just text. If you know an 8, please tag them. It could change their life. It could make it a lot better for them. And thank you in advance. 8s, let's talk a bit about them. So they're the spiritual bosses who raise standards. They can be very intense. The number itself is closed. They have an explosive potential for success. Success has an 8 vibration, but also for self-sabotage. 8s are learning to balance wealth with giving. It's the only way that they'll really feel truly full. So the biggest positives with 8 energy: professional, determined, self-made. The challenges: they can really struggle with workaholism. I feel like they don't shut down their minds or their computers. They kind of just keep them on standby. They can come across to others as quite pushy or even materialistic, like very concerned with outcomes and sort of what's going to happen as a result, rather than sometimes being able to, I suppose, go with the flow. Some dates for this month. So we've just passed the new moon, 2nd and 3rd of the month, heading towards a full moon and lunar eclipse, 17th, 18th of the month, which for a lot of people is very strong energy as well. Often, very, very vivid intuition, sort of sudden understandings of things as well. I find the energy a bit jagged myself, so it's always good to have a bit of advance notice just to slow it down. So if you'd like to learn a bit more, I've got some really great classes that we've been running in the Patreon study group. So we've just done Women and Money with Lotus Cruz on the 4th of September. That replay's just gone up. It's 90 minutes. So she's a feminist financial coach. It's just a brilliant call if you are someone who struggles to charge as a healer or for your spiritual work, for example, or even if you're not being paid on time, you're finding that things are just dragging out. And it's also really, really good if you're wanting to maybe make some changes in your career. Lotus is one of my long-term mentors. I really love her. She's got a course called Money Love that's running at the moment. Saturday, the 21st of September is our next group call. So that's Secrets of 8 and 44 Life Paths. And I'm sure some of you would really enjoy that. Even if you're not an 8, you probably know one. And it's good to just have the vocabulary. We've actually got almost all the numbers in our charts, like throughout. It's a bit like the alphabet. It's good to actually have a broad understanding. So that will also be a 90-minute class, and it'll probably have lots of 8s on the call, which means I need to be on my game. And a replay will go up afterwards. So we are covering all the life paths. We've actually got the 9s coming up then in October. So yeah, just a little preview of that. October is very much a month of endings and conclusions. And yeah, those 9s, those old souls, they're all turning up already. They always tend to be a bit organized compared to everyone else. Look, I hope you've really enjoyed those little tidbits that I put together. If you've got any questions, just let me know below. And again, if you loved it, put 888 boss. I do appreciate all your incredible support. It's been a heck of a year. And look, I'm just really glad to be here, and thank you for caring. I wish you the very, very best and catch up with you again soon. This has been Sarah from sarayip.com, Facebook The Numbers Queen, and Instagram sarayip1111. 1111 double peace signs to all of you. See you next time. Bye.